Okay. Is there a little square on it now? Yeah. Okay. So instead of learning why we have an order of operations, and instead of learning what it is, which, by the way, can anybody tell me the steps of the order of operations? Go ahead.
Parentheses.
Okay, so our first step is parentheses, right? Let me go get a blue marker instead. Good. So it is parentheses. What's our next step? Exponent. Good. So X stands for any number. What does X stand for?
Any number.
Any number. So an exponent is a big number and a little number, and we will talk about that a little bit later today. So do you see how this is a big number and a little number?
Yeah.
That's an exponent. Is this an exponent?
No.
No. What about now?
Yeah.
Yes. What about this? Is this an exponent?
No.
What about now?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are exponents, okay? Now, what do we look for after we look for an exponent?
Time.
Multiplication and
Division.
division.
And then addition.
And then what?
Addition.
And
Subtract.
so these are all alone, parentheses and exponent, right? Multiplication and division, are they on the same level?
Yeah.
Yes. How do we know which one to do first? Christopher, how do we know which one to do first?
Well,
We read it like a book, and whichever one comes first, we do first or second? First. So in this example, Christopher, we have multiplication and division. Do we do multiplication first or division first?
division.
Why?
Because, well, that's first.
Good job. It's first, right? Okay, so addition and subtraction. Fabiola, addition and subtraction, is this on the same level?
Yeah.
So how do we know which one to do first, Fabiola?
Read it like a book.
Hey, let her answer, please. What? We don't always do adding first. They're on the same level, right? So, in this example, do we do addition or subtraction first?
Addition.
Ah?
No subtraction.
We read it like a what? Like a book, Fabiola. So what's first, adding or subtracting? So which one would be first, adding or subtracting? Good. We would do subtraction first. So thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs to the side. Do we all understand the order of operations, the steps? Parentheses, exponent, multiplication or division, then addition or subtraction. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs to the side. Okay. What part are we lost on? You don't remember the steps? Is that what we're lost on? It's okay. Okay. So this is just something you're going to have to memorize, okay? And the way we memorize it is a lot of people remember PEMDAS. So they say PEMDAS, and then they put them in the boxes, okay? So this is just something we're going to have to memorize. So when we're doing a problem with order of operations, first we look for parentheses, then we look for exponent, then multiplication or division, then addition or subtraction. But do you see how these two are together and these two are together? That means that they're on the same level. So the way that we will know which one to do first is we read it like a book. And whichever one shows up first is the one we do first. So if division is before multiplication, which one would we do first? No. So look at this. Maybe I have to draw it for you. In this example, we read it like a book to figure out which one to do first. So which one do we do first? Division or multiplication? Yes, because it's first, right? Okay. Are we okay? Okay. We'll talk about it a little bit more if you're still lost, okay? All right. So instead of learning why we have the order of operations, which is why do we have an order of operations? Why do we have an order of operations? I told you math is what?
Universal.
Math is universal. So how do we make sure that we all have the same answer to something?
We all check.
We use what?
We use order of operations.
Good. We use the order of operations. What do we use?
Order of operations.
The order of operations is instructions. Let's put that down, please. Thank you. Okay. So instead of learning why we have order of operations and the steps of the order of operations, today we're going to actually apply it to a math problem. So we're going to learn how to use it, okay? So first, I'm going to do a math problem. I'm going to act like a student who received it, and I'm going to think through it, okay? After that, we're all going to do one together. And then after that, you guys will do one for me, okay? Sounds good? Any questions before I begin? Okay. So, let me look for one. Oh, actually, before we start that, let's talk about exponents, okay? You guys keep hearing that word, right? Yeah. So, for example, I have 5 squared. What is my big number here? 5, okay? So, what number am I going to write down? 5. How many times will I write down 5? 2. What am I going to do with the numbers? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide?
Subtract. Division.
Multiply it, okay? What is 5 times 5?
25.
Good. So 5 squared equals what?
25.
25. Now, here's another example. 2 cubed. What's my big number?
3. 2.
2. How many times do I write it?
3 times.
3 times. The little number is how many times you write it. So how many times am I writing this?
3 times.
No. How many times am I writing the 2? 3 times, right here. So 1, 2, 3. What do I do with these?
Multiplication.
Multiply them. Now look at this, you guys. I need you paying real close attention. Our goal is to know how to use the order of operations. It's not to memorize your multiplication, so you will be able to use a calculator, okay? But I want to show you how to do it still, okay? So 2 times 2 is what?
4.
I'm done with these, right? What is 4 times 2?
8.
So 2 cubed is what? 8. Turn around, please. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs to the side with exponents? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs to the side with exponents? Okay. All right. So it's Leslie, right? Leslie? Okay. So right here. What's my big number? 4. What's my little number?
5.
Okay. So what number am I going to write down?
45.
No. What's my big number?
4.
So how many times am I going to write my big number down?
4. 5.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I going to do with all of these?
Red. Time.
Okay, so I'm going to write this in here, okay? Now, if I were to do this in a calculator, I would type 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Did anybody do that?
16.
No, that's 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Then I'm going to take 16 and multiply it by 4.
18.
620. I think that's 64. Yeah. And then I do 64 times 4.
It's 74. It's 100. I mean, it's 1,024.
So then that's 256. And then I'm going to do 256 times 4.
Is it 1,024? 1,024.
Yeah, you're correct. So it's 1,024.
We forgot to do that.
not a dot, a comma.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Leslie, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
How to write it out? What about you, Celeste? No? It's okay. Don't be ashamed. I'd rather you understand it, okay? So, Celeste, I have this here. What's my big number? So what number am I writing down?
It's gonna be 6.
3. It's not 6. So, and please don't yell out. So my big number is 3, right? So I'm writing down my 3. How many times am I writing 3? 2. What do I do with both of the numbers?
39.
Whenever we talk about exponents, we're multiplying, okay? So what should I do with these two numbers?
Time.
Multiply. So what's 3 times 3?
9.
It is 9. So 3 squared is what?
9.
9. Does it make a little bit more sense to you now? Okay. All right. So now I'm going to do a problem and act like I'm a student who received the problem. Okay. So, all right. Well, Ms. Atkin gave me this problem. It's kind of big, but I could figure this out. I know I can figure this out. So, first thing I'm going to do is I know I have to use the order of operations, so I'm going to look for parentheses. Let's see. Is there a parentheses? Nope. Okay. So I could go ahead and check off that I did the parentheses. Next, I'm going to look for an exponent. So, oh, here's an exponent. So I'm going to do this. And I know that 4 squared, I can rewrite it. Well, 4 is my big number, so I'm going to write 4 2 times. And whenever we're talking about exponents, we are multiplying. So I know 4 times 4 is 16. So this is 16. So instead of writing 4 squared again, I'm going to write 16. Okay. Now I'm going to bring down the rest of my problem. Just the way it is. Everything stays in the same place. So I'm bringing down my plus. I'm bringing down the 1. I'm bringing down the minus, the 6, the divided by sign, and the 3. Okay. Nice. So I got rid of my exponent, so I can mark it off because I did the exponent. Now I look for multiplication or division. I know that they're on the same level, so if I have both in the problem, I read it from left to right like a book, and whatever comes first is the first thing I solve. So I'm going to look for multiplication or division. Let's see. Oh, I have division. So I'm going to put a box around it. I have 6 divided by 3, which is 2. But instead of writing 6 divided by 3 again, I'm going to write a 2. I'm going to bring down the rest of my problem just the way it is. So I'm going to bring down my minus sign, then my 16, then my plus, and my 1. Nice, I'm almost done. So now I go over here, and I could check off I did multiplication and division, and now I'm looking for addition and subtraction. So I know, once again, they're on the same level, so I read left to right. Whatever comes first is what I do first. So let's read it left to right like a book. Oh, addition is first. So 1 plus 16 is 17. So instead of writing 1 plus 16 again, I'm going to write 17. I'm going to bring down the rest of my problem just the way it is, in the same place. My minus sign is here, and then my 2. And so 17 minus 2 is the last thing I do. And my answer is 15. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs to the side? JP. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do one together, okay? Got it? I'll be calling on people. Stop playing with the calculator, please. Thank you. All right. So, Fabiola, what's the first thing I look for? What? So in the order of operations, what's the first thing I look for?
A P.
What's a P? What's it stand for? Parentheses? Do we have any parentheses up here?
No.
No? What's in the parentheses? 9 minus 3. Okay. So Michael, what is 9 minus 3? What's 9 minus 3?
7.
Try again. Good. So Michael, instead of writing 9 minus 3 again, what should I write instead?
6.
Because we just solved it. So instead of writing this whole thing again, what do I write?
39.
No. What was my answer?
Oh, 6.
So instead of writing this whole thing again, I'm going to write 6 because we solved it, right? What do I do with the rest of my problem, Julian? What do I do with the rest of my problem? What should I do with the rest of my problem? Bring it what? Down. So I'm going to write my multiplication sign, my 4, my plus, and my 5. Okay, so I did my parentheses. After I look for parentheses, Christopher, what should I look for next? What should I look for next? After parentheses, what do I look for next?
Parentheses.
Hold on. Exponent?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to join the class, okay? So put all of that down, okay? So we look for an exponent. Do we have any exponents in here?
Yes.
Where?
Right next to 6.
That's not an exponent.
That's just a multiplication.
That's just a multiplication sign, okay? I need you to follow along with us, okay? So, you guys, do we have any exponents?
No.
No. So, Christian, after exponent, we look for what?
Multiplication.
Or
Division.
multiplication or division. If we have both in a problem, how do we know which one to do first?
You look
Read it like A, and whichever one comes,
first.
you do.
First.
Good. So let's see, do we have multiplication or division, Christian?
We do have multiplication.
We have multiplication. We have 6 times 4, which is 24. Celeste, instead of writing 6 times 4 again, what can I write down here? I solved it. So what should I write here? 24? Good. And Celeste, what do I do with the rest of my problem? What do I do with this? Bring it down. So I'm going to bring down my plus and my...
5.
Okay. Leslie, what is 24 plus 5?
25.
Not 25. 29. So my answer is what? 29. So now I will let you guys do a problem, okay? You will do a problem. I'm going to write a problem on the board, so let me write the problem and then you guys can get up to get paper because I know you don't want to be on the screen, okay?
I do.
Okay, before you guys do this one, let's talk about it. Following the order of operations, Leslie, following the order of operations, what's the first thing you look for?
You, time,
No, look at our order of operations.
exponent,
No, look at it. What's before it?
multiplication,
Parentheses.
parentheses.
Do we have parentheses up here, you guys?
Yes.
So, Christian, we have a parentheses, right? So we're obviously going to want to solve what's inside of here. But do we solve the minus first or do we solve the exponent first, Christian? Exponent, good. How'd you know that?
Because if there's an exponent,
Yeah, we follow the order of operations even inside of here, okay? So we would do the exponent first, and then we would subtract it from this, right? Then we bring our answer down. Then we can look for other exponents, solve that, bring the answer down, then we can do the rest. Okay? So I want you guys to try doing this problem, please. Okay? Any questions before you begin? Okay.
no.
Go ahead and start.